So my first question for you is for you to just tell us, explain what an IQ test is. What is an IQ test, and what information does that individual test give us as speech language pathologists as an educational team?
An IQ test is a measure of general intelligence, okay, of the factor G. That is applying information in new and different ways. And IQ does not change within the band of error. For example, if your IQ is a 100, the band of error is typically 96 to 104, let's say, okay? So I use the band of error. So with 90% confidence, I can tell you that your IQ will fall in that range every time it's measured, okay?
Okay, you said your IQ doesn't change. At what age would you get do you get the most accurate IQ score? Like once you test that IQ, at what age is that pretty set in stone?
Well, I think that 5. I've never given an IQ test to a 4-year-old. I love a second grader.
I think we all have our favorites, right?
They are the ones that are more engaging, aren't as nervous, all of that. On the flip side, I also tested a kindergartner this year that had a 121 IQ, with average being 90 to 109. You could have knocked me off the chair. He was
Wow.
that smart and that much fun.
Okay.
So any age is a good age.
Okay. So once we test these kiddos, 5 to 7, 8, or any child, once we get that IQ score, that's not going to be something that's going to fluctuate or change unless you have obviously some sort of head injury, traumatic
Correct.
injury, or something like that. Okay. So when you're determining because I know there are like language testing, there's 100 different tests that we could give to test language skills, right? How do you determine what IQ test to give? And when you're going into these settings, because you work primarily in the school setting, which I think a lot of our listeners, our speech pathologists, are school-based speech pathologists. But even if you're in a nursing home facility, if you're in a hospital setting, IQ, psychometry, all of that's going to be the same. But when you're going in and you're trying to make that determination, what IQ test do I give? And you go into that school, what information do you get from your speech pathologist that helps you make that determination?
Well, the first thing I do is as a good clinician, I've gone through the referral, the reason for referral, all of the background information. It's very smart to know your schools, to know the community that you are living in, their socioeconomics, all of these different things. Then it is very important when you see language concerns and you see fluency problems and you see all these different reasons for a referral. At that point, I would go to the speech language pathologist and she could give me some more insight, along with the classroom teacher, along with a wealth of so many people, but the person who is the expert in language is not me, it's you. So
Right.
You are the one that I rely on. I also, you have to keep your ears open in a school to hear what teachers have to say, to the office staff, the custodians. These are the ones that know them more in a social, how they get along with peers. Are they talking to friends? What language are they using? Can you understand them? Can you send them out on their own? So there are many different variables that go into a decision like that.